All right. All is done. Chido Obi-Martin has gone ahead, obviously signed for the club of Manchester United, and it's official that he's now a Red Devil. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and who are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash like button, comment, and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We are also gonna be talking about Unai Emery, obviously having something to say about the game that looks like it's going to be the last game of Erik Ten Hag at the club of Manchester United, because everyone pointers are like the guy is really going to be sacked if at all he doesn't really win this beautiful game of football that United is going to be hosted by the side of Aston Villa. 100 likes much on this video, and don't forget to subscribe so that everything really moves on as planned, and we're here to bring you the latest news and information as far as Man United is really concerned. Now, continue to subscribe because we want to hit 20,000 subscribers, and we are really left with few to hit that milestone, and I know you people are really gonna be doing the needful for us to see to it that everything really moves on as planned. So where do we start from? It has been a confirmation put out by the website of Manchester United, and we've been told that confirmed on the official website, Nick Cox, director of the academy, has made the signing of Chido Obi-Martin official. We welcome Samuel Lusali, Chido Obi-Martin, and James Overy, who will be part of the professional development phase. Obviously, Chido Obi-Martin is one of those people that had a lot, in the media, and everyone was like, when are they gonna really be announcing him? And the approval, I think, was made by the Premier League, I think, some weeks back, and finally he is a United player in there. And on signing with Manchester United, this is how it obviously looked in photos in there. That he's Chido Obi-Martin with the head of the United Academy, and another photo for Chido Obi-Martin signing for the club of Manchester United. And to show you that he was a Red Devil still when he was young, he went ahead obviously to produce this photo when he was really putting on a United shirt that had DHL. And you remember at the time where we were really being sponsored by, it's called Chevrolet, if you remember very well. So a lot is really happening for Chido Obi-Martin, and he has gonna have come through and obviously do the needful to become a player that Manchester United has gone ahead to obviously sign from Arsenal. And you know, it that it's a little compensation fees really gonna be given to Arsenal for really grooming this player, and all the other clubs, all academies where he really went ahead to be nurtured, are really gonna be getting in some money from what United is really gonna be giving Arsenal, a fee that they obviously agree on. Now, you see Chido Obi-Martin obviously they are smiling, putting on, and now here he comes putting pen to paper to confirm that I'm really ready to obviously do the needful. And I went ahead to obviously tell you that he's being seen as a third choice striker at the club of Manchester United. He's seen as a third choice striker for the club of Manchester. And don't be worried if at all he obviously comes in through and puts in the required shift possible all the time. And that is Chido Obi-Martin for you. And we just love him as a player, and you know what it means having him in here at the club of Manchester United. He is really one of those talents that is really extreme, and Arsenal did all what they had to do to keep him around, but he was like, I'm not going stay at Arsenal, I'm really gonna be going to Manchester United. I'm gonna be telling you my worry and what United is really gonna do, because there is something they used to obviously convince this guy to come in through and do the needful, to be one of those to put in a very huge shift into the mix. Now, Chido Obi-Martin took to his Instagram and said, very happy to sign with this amazing club. Time to focus and achieve all my dreams. Thanks to everyone who has helped me get this far. That is Chido Obi-Martin for you, and he's really putting in a very good shift at the club of Manchester United. Now, when you look at Chido Obi-Martin, he is really focused, and he's going to be starting to train with the under 18s, under 21s of Manchester United, and I think it's really going to be a process for him to start training with the first team. It's not going to be something imminent, you know. It's going to be a process. He's going to start playing for the under 18s, under 21s, and you know how strong our side is. Last season we won 2 trophies, and he comes to join it. If Lusale and Ovary are in, I tell you, teams are really dead, and those players are really gonna find themselves pave way into the first team, I think, next season, even before the season comes to an end, especially if at all Erik Ten Hag is kept here, because he's the lad responsible for obviously convincing, already putting in a very huge show for these people to obviously coming through and start the job at the club of Manchester United. So as it stands, I believe that we've gone ahead to make one of the signings that is really a raw talent, and if we really polish that diamond very well and turn it into a ready product, this guy is really gonna score very many goals, as he's really clinical and is a natural born number 9. But my big question is, as Erik Ten Hag is jetting into what would be his last game at the club of Manchester United, especially if at all he loses that game where Manchester United is going to be playing the side of Aston Villa, are they going to sack him? Where are these youngsters that have been convinced to come in through at the club of Manchester United? You know, as Erik Ten Hag was one of the reasons as to why they've been told to come in through, because he has gone ahead to create a direct path from the academy to the team, and we all know to it that Garnacho came into the team because of Erik Ten Hag. You saw Kobe Mainoo, you saw Dan Go, you've seen Toby Collier, you've seen Ethan Whitley, you've seen Kambwala, you've seen which other player? You know, I think we've seen close to 7 players that Erik Ten Hag has gone ahead to obviously initiate into the team of Manchester United. And will they consider him to stay after seeing what he has gone ahead to do with these youngsters, and them telling us that all what they want is to really build a very young team and obviously see to it that it's really intact, and then it after being intact, they will see what the results are really going to be. So we're waiting to see how that is really going to be panning out into the mix. Now, talking about Erik Ten Hag, he's going to be facing a manager that last season he beat twice. He beat him twice. Even when we played in, was it the Carabao Cup? He knocked him out. So it shows you how Erik Ten Hag maybe has a chance to beat a man known as Unai Emery. And last season, I think this is one of the few teams that we beat twice home and away. Unai Emery had the following to say about Erik Ten Hag. He said the following, that I respect them and I will prepare the match more than how I prepared the match against Bayern Munich, because he knows to it that the most important game is the game you're going to play next, and the game of Bayern Munich is done and dusted, and there is no way it's really going to be coming into the mix. So it's done and dusted, and he's preparing for this game more than prepared for the game of Bayern Munich. Then Unai Emery says the club is usually a winning club and they still being winners. They won the FA Cup last year against City, and it's like United on their day, they can come and beat everyone. But the problem they're really having is they're inconsistent. He also added and said on Erik Ten Hag, I have a lot of respect for him. We won the first match when I arrived here, and it was fantastic. But after it, we've lost 4 matches against them, home and away. They are winning. They are a winning team, and they have an experienced coach and experienced players. Now, this is what some people don't want to hear. They feel like we are really trying to blow a trumpet for Erik Ten Hag. But I believe we are not really blowing our own trumpet for Erik Ten Hag. We believe he really has a lot into his tank. But all what has gone ahead obviously look like a very huge red flag is him being stubborn and not taking off players that he's supposed to be taking off. You get? That is the huge problem of Erik Ten Hag, and that's why we come in here and obviously blame him for what he's really doing. But we all know, I believe that Ten Hag is a good coach, he's a good manager, but the moment he doesn't really get rid of Rashford and Bruno Fernandes into that team, I don't see him going any better and any further into the roles he's supposed to be doing at the club of Manchester United. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section video about Chido Obi-Martin unveiled, and it's official, he has joined the club of Manchester United. Now, what do you make about Unai Emery and everything he's going to say about Erik Ten Hag and facing Manchester United, and Erik Ten Hag having a very good record against him? We out.